What's up, old school homies? Let's talk about which quartzes are collectible. Pretty much everything I collect is quartz, so kind of want to bring it up that, yeah, it's all collectible. At the bottom of the range, quartz does kind of get plain. Here's some plain quartz that we cut yesterday. It's actually not totally plain because it's rutilated, and there's little lines of titanium rutile in it, so not plain. This is plain quartz, and that's kind of collectible. Not to me very much. Here's some other quartz that kind of had a little bit of smoky to it, so that made it collectible. But you could see we're not doing anything really big here to get the pieces to be collectible. I'm bleeding. They're mostly just clear quartz, and I'm borderlining them being collectible. Same when you get into the clear chalcedonies. The only reason this one's collectible is because it's fluorescent. Otherwise, this is raw material for making a windshield or a Coke bottle. There's too much of it on the earth to be super collectible because it's plain. It doesn't have any color, pattern, or anything kind of going for it. On the other hand, you could see me like super excited to find anything with a tinge of purple in it. I think everything has purple in it now. Smoky colors, purple colors, pink colors, yellow colors, light green colors, anything that turns quartz even a fraction of a color is going to help you out. Now, as you get more trace elements, you also get quartz to be more bright colors. The more collectible it is. This is actually opal, which is quartz with the hydration content, and that's what makes it more shiny, which is also more collectible. And sometimes plain quartz can be collectible if it's sitting on something. That's what made this one collectible for me, and also the fact that it's a druzy quartz. It has so many crystals per area that, it always has a crystal face shining at you. So that's also a point towards collectability, even though this is plain quartz. It's actually druzy quartz, so now it has a name. Now it's druzy quartz on onyx, so now it has a mineral specimen classification. Now if you get any pattern, this is quartz, but it has some lines in it. That's an agate. It's collectible. But all of my pieces here are quartz in one way or another, so let's go into it. That tiger's eye over there, that's quartz. It has a fiber content. This is a agate, all quartz. Basalt, which is this rock, is part quartz, and this is a quartz coming out of it. These are lightning strikes into the ground, fulgurites. They struck into quartz, so that's basically quartz. That rhyolite over there is quartz. That rhyolite's quartz. That serpentine's pretty much all quartz. Jasper's quartz. That granite back there, it's quartz mostly. I got some more Druzy quartz, more basalt, which is also made of quartz. This piece of glass, which is made of quartz. But there is one more direction you could kind of go into, and that's the kind of calcite direction. Now it's a little cheaper. A lot of times you could find calcites pretty easily, depending on what area you're in. And calcite could get collectible if it goes up in size, if it gets clarity, if it has good formation. I've collected a lot of calcites over the years. It's kind of sad that I don't have any of them on me. And calcite can reform into nice banding and color formations with gemstones like that black tourmaline there. All kinds of trace elements could get mixed up in this onyx, which is reconstituted calcite, or marble, which is the same thing, you know. Limestone, calcite, quartz, all kind of jumbled together. So you never know exactly how much quartz is in each rock. I would say this rock has more quartz in it than this one. This one you could actually kind of see some calcite chunks. Like if you really looked and stared at it, you could see like little squares of calcite probably. I would say this one's even more collectible than this one. Even though this has more quartz content. But calcites, they're pretty cool. And they could form different types of onyxes that get bright colored and stuff. So they're a little bit more fragile than quartz. They're more prone to etching. See how this one looks kind of dull? You could get them to a polish, but then they're more susceptible to weathering. That's why they're not as good as for granite countertops. Like sometimes different acids and stuff will eat away. I think this was a granite countertop at some point. But yeah, when it comes to quartz, the clear quartz and milky quartz, not a lot of people are going to get real excited about it. You can't really take it to a rock show and be like, look at this, unless it's like an anhydrous quartz where there's little pockets of water in there and you could see the bubbles moving around and stuff. But even then, those are rare, but there's still clear quartz, and then sometimes those aren't as exciting. I mean, there's anhydrous in lots of colors, but yeah, the ones that we can afford usually, they're clear. And then I do have a friend that collects mostly all quartz, and his collection's cool, but I don't know. It would be hard to sell it. Like if you had one really expensive piece, it'd be easier to sell, but to sell off your whole quartz collection could be pretty difficult with how common it is.